bored, so let me get y'all a story time and how my mama caught me talking to a
stud.
So y'all, this was all the way back in 7th grade. And mind you, in 7th grade, y'all, I was really fucking clueless. Like, I do not know why, but it was just some shit that I should have known in 7th grade that I didn't know. So I'm walking down the hallway one day with my friend. We going to lunch. I see this light skin, long hair, green eyes, eyebrow slits, fade and everything.
And I'm like, who the fuck is that? He fine as hell.
And my friend, she like,
He?
Chrissy, that's a girl. I'm like,
Girl? Baby, that don't look like no girl.
and that's when I knew I was a little fruity because she told me that was a girl, and I was just still like, I don't care, she still look good. So I'm like, put me on with her, please. I'm like, please put me on with her like she's fine, like I have to have her. So my friend come back with her IG, she give it to me. I follow the girl, we start texting, shit, chatting it up and whatever. And I remember this one specific message, she was like, so you're gay? I was like, no. So she was like, well, why are you talking to me? And I'm like, I don't care if you're a girl, I'm like, you still look good, shit. Like, maybe I wasn't really like labeled back then because I didn't really know much about that. So I wasn't like labeling myself as gay because like, I like boys still. You just look good. I thought you was a boy when I saw you. That's why I thought you looked good. So about a week later, I get written up in school and I get my phone took. And this was back in the day when my mom used to take my phone
And read through it like a
book. So my mom took my phone or whatever, and I'm just sitting down remembering, I didn't delete
shit out my phone. Like,
I mean, I didn't delete nothing. Everything like bad that I wasn't supposed to have on my phone, I still had on my phone. I wasn't even supposed
to have Instagram
in 7th grade, y'all. My mom did not allow me to have social media, and I had it on my phone. I forgot to clear it out. I forgot to delete everything. So one day I'm just in class chilling on my Chromebook. Y'all, I go to my email, and I see an email from my
mama.
Why does the email say,
Oh, so you're gay now.
don't touch me, dyke faggot bitch. Y'all, I was sitting there, my heart dropped to my
ass.
And like, bro, mind you, my mom didn't even let me have
Boyfriends. Like,
if I told her that I had a crush on a boy, she would probably ground me just for saying that. So, she's not gonna let me talk to no
stud?
If my mom ain't even let me be straight, why is she gonna let me be gay?
Gay.
So I'm over there and I'm literally stressing. I get another email, and it's like,
Oh, so you like girls now. You like little girls now.
mind you, I'm in class while all of this is happening. So I'm sitting there in class like tearing up and crying, like, oh my God. And she's emailing me this stuff. So I'm thinking like the minute I get in the car when she picked me up, she finna put belt to ass.
Ass.
So I get out of school, she picked me up. The car ride home is just
Silent.
I mean, you don't hear anything. It's just
Silent.
So we get in the house, y'all. My mom had said something, and I laughed.
And she was like,
Laugh again.
Y'all, I do not know why.
I laughed again.
I could not help it. I laughed again. Next thing you know,
My mom jolts upstairs to get me.
like, I mean, I never seen her run that fast in her life. Like, she went up the stairs. She said, when I tell you I ran for my life, baby, I ran in my room and locked the door. Y'all, she come up there and she like,
Open this fucking door right now.
y'all, I'm terrified. I don't open the door. I don't even say nothing. I'm just quiet. Like, I'm literally just sitting there with the door locked. I did not open that door at all.
She was gonna have to tear down that door to get to me.
Me because I was not gonna get tore up. Y'all, now this was back like a couple months before COVID had happened. Y'all, she took my phone for like,
8 months.
I mean, I had no access to social media, friends, anything for 8 months, including 2 months.
Into COVID.
I didn't get my phone back until like late April of
2020.
and it wasn't even just because of the whole
Gay thing.
I'm pretty sure it was because I had did something else. Like, I had like,
Posted a picture of me in a sports bra.
Yep, but that's it.
Okay, y'all. Do my agency want me while I tell the story time of the time I found out my little cousin.
What's your little
Cause y'all
cousin?
asked.
Cute.
Okay, so go, bro.
We finna do, I'm finna sit here and watch her do a story time while she looks cute.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, can we get the heat on?
Okay. So basically, the day that she, herself, cause she did herself. That's y'all asking too. Yeah, she did herself. But the day that she did that, we had went to dance practice, and if y'all didn't know, I used to dance for church. I used to be a praise dancer, so she was on the dance team with me. And it was at practice like normal, having a normal day, having a normal time. And she was supposed to go somewhere. She had this little blue Wizard of Oz. I remember the whole thing. She didn't have enough for practice, but before she left practice, she put this little blue Wizard of Oz shirt on. Her and her mom was gonna go somewhere. And she had on some black pants. And she had her braids. She had like tribal braids to the back, whatever. And it was at practice, and we did dance practice, whatever, like normal. And then she went home, or she went to do what she do. She went to movies with her friend, all that stuff. She asked me to come over there that night, but I didn't go over because one, I had something to do, and two, they was talking about me being too old to be hanging out with her, so I kind of stopped hanging out with her as much, which I regret now, obviously, but oh well. And the next day we had church. I didn't go to church that Sunday because my mom didn't go, I think, or I didn't have to dance or something like that. I forgot why I didn't go, but I just didn't go to church that Sunday. And all I see is my other cousin, which is her auntie, posting, which is our dance coach. She's posting, you're strong, pull through. Pull through. She may be playing tug of war, because what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean you're strong, pull through? The only thing she may be pulling through is grades or something. I don't know, because y'all, she's only 12 years old. So, I text our group chat of our little praise team group chat or whatever, and I'm like, yo, what's up with Zion? Like, why y'all saying, like, pull through? Like, what's T? Like, I missed something. And then my god sister, not my god sister for real, but another one of the girls on the dance team I'm close with, my sister in Christ, she was like, don't text Ayla, my other cousin, right now, because she is at the hospital with Zion. She shot herself last night. What do you mean? So, after that, I'm like, yo, what? I had to go to work that day, so I went to work that day. But I was at work the whole day, like, stressing. I went home early and everything. But I was at work the whole day stressing, like, what is wrong with my cousin? Like, what's up? Like, she better be okay. And so the whole day, I'm just waiting for updates. I was going to go to the hospital, too. By the time I got off work, it was already too late, so I didn't go to the hospital. But I get home or whatever, and I'm getting ready to go to the hospital. I think I was going to go to the hospital. I think my sister is going to come get me. And all I see is her mom post, my baby got her wings. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all better be going out to eat, because what do you mean she got her wings? Like, what wings? I want some too, and not the one that she got. Like, what are you talking about wings? And
yeah, some good
when
comebacks.
when I see the thing, automatically I just started screaming. Y'all, I'm screaming like to the top of my lungs, like I was there with her, like screaming. And my sister come in there, she give me a hug, because my little sister, she knew her too. She come in there, she give me a hug, and I'm just screaming. My best friend called, or my ex-best friend, she calls me, and she's like, asking me how okay basically. I'm just still screaming, crying. I couldn't even post her at that second, because I was so in fucking shock. So then after that, you know, the rest of the dance team, they come get me, and we go have a little session. We talk and we cry it out, all that stuff, right? So then after we had a little talk, whatever, we had to meet, and the rest of the dance team, not her auntie though, not my other cousin Ava, we had to dance at her funeral. If y'all want to see that video, let me know. I might post it, I might not, I don't know. But we had to dance at her funeral, whatever. So I was at my other sister's house trailing. I was at her house the whole week. I didn't go to school for like 2 weeks. I got kicked out of school and everything. I didn't go to school for them 2 weeks, and I was just, just going through it. And yeah, that's what happened. And now it's been like 6 years since it happened. She died December 1st, 2019. So yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, rest in peace to the OG. I got her tatted right here. Her name is Zion Banks. She was 12 years old when she, offed herself. We all our saying that we say about her is we're Zion strong, because she was a strong ass bitch. I love that girl to death, and I miss her every fucking day. And if she was alive right now, she'd be shitting on you hoes. No shit. Cap. No shit. Cap.
Shit.
Bye.
Let me start this off with, this was 2 years ago. And my girlfriend is mad at me about this, but I see why, but at the same time, it was just for content, so. Okay, y'all. So, in the beginning of that school year, I'm not going to say what school year because it doesn't matter. But in the beginning of that school year, me and her had broken up at the end of the last school year. So, we wasn't too much fond of each other, but we didn't hate each other. So, during that summer, I left my old Apple Watch at her house. And, I forgot to get it back. I never got it back. Mind y'all, her mama is a sweetheart, really. But, anyway, so in the beginning of that school year, we wasn't talking to each other, like, at all. Like, she slick hated me, but I didn't hate her. It was just like, you're just somebody that I used to know. Okay, so this one particular day, literally like the first 2 weeks of school, somebody sent me a picture of my Apple Watch on the ground, broken. And I was just like in distress, because like, oh my God, who did this? So the girl that sent it to me was like, oh, so-and-so did it because she said that you cheated on her with yada, yada, yada. Which I didn't, by the way. Never looked that girl away, but who am I to justify it? Because I really don't care. So, boom, I text her, And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, are you crazy? Like, why would you break my Apple Watch? The one that you did not pay for. So I started crying and I went and told my mom. And my mom called her mama. And they was on the phone for like a good minute, just chatting it up. I ain't gonna lie, like just talking about me, talking about her, talking about us. It was just like, what are you doing here? So boom, my mama take my iPad. Cause at the time I didn't have a phone. I lost my phone at the airport at the time, and it was just crazy. So my mama took my iPad, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's finna be some shit. I just knew it was finna. But the videos wasn't in my iPad, so mind y'all, she had got her phone took like that July, like, and I guess like her mama went through her phone and seen everything, and it was just like, yikes. But my mama went to go pick up my dad from work. Okay, cool. I'm just sitting in my room contemplating, watching TV, trying to get my mind off things. So when my mama get home, she called my name. I came downstairs. Okay, cool. She sat me down and she was like, so what is this? And then showed me the video. And I was just like, I was just like, I don't know. What is that? Like, and she was like, do you know that makes you look like a slut? And I'm just like, what? Like, what? And she was like, why did you do it? And I was just like, shit. I don't know. I kept telling her, like, I don't know. Okay, cool. So I went back to my room, and I ended up falling asleep. Okay, cool. I woke up with my iPad back next to me. And shit, that was the end of it. Like, she never brought it up. She never told my dad. We never talked about it again. Bless me, thank you. So, yeah. Good night.
Okay, so I owe y'all this story time. I'm gonna do a story time about how my two best friends made me cry on my birthday. So the day of, I remind them, like, my birthday dinner's today, whoop-de-whoop. Like, let me know if y'all going. Like, it's okay if y'all don't. Like, if y'all got plans. So boom, they like, yeah, they could still come as long as, like, I can still pick them up. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so it's just gonna be y'all. It's just gonna be y'all and my family, you know? So, you know, they love my message. 2 minutes later, Zarian, who y'all know, she go text me. She was like, so your other friends not going? I'm like, no, they gonna go to the other one. Let me get to that part, though. I'm like, yeah, they gonna go to my other birthday dinner. I was like, why? Like, you don't really mess with my friends anyways. So, mind y'all, all that texting went on, like, early in the morning. So, it's, like, probably, like, 5, 6 o'clock. No, like, probably, like, 5 o'clock. I told them, like, I'm leave at 6:30. Like, I hope y'all ready. So after that, after I sent that text, Zarian, she texted me. She was like, I never said I didn't like your friends. Just they were being weird one time. And she was like, I just find it weird how you got us all separated. So I'll jump. I'm like, what the, like, on my birthday? Like, hold on. She was just like, you basically picked who you wanted to hang with, and as your best friend, I find that weird. Whoop-de-whoop. Immediately, I start calling her, not answering, going straight to voicemail. I'm like, you know, my other friends don't got a job, so, you know, they not gonna want to pay for both dinners, and I invited all my friends to both dinners, so they didn't want to go to the one that was on my birthday. They wanted to go to the next one. So, like, that was not on me, that was on them. And I didn't invite them to my second birthday dinners because we was going to LA, and my two best friends wasn't gonna be, like, going to LA because they had other stuff to do, so I didn't invite them to that one because, you know, we was already gonna be in LA. So yeah, I'm like, oh, they don't got money to go to both. I invited everybody to both, I just didn't invite them to the second one. And she just not texting me back, and I was just like, I don't gotta explain to you to keep it a buck. Like, cool. Like, and tears start coming out. And yeah, y'all, since this day, I just can't forget about that. Like, we the bestest friends ever, but it's just like, y'all really made me cry on my birthday. Like that's just foul. You feel me? Like, and I just wanna ask y'all, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Let me tell y'all this story time of how this white lady and her husband thought I was kidnapped because I was with black people. I'm with, it's me, my auntie's boyfriend, and my uncle. Mind you, we not biological related. I grew up with them since I was 5 years old. So I just called him my uncle. Understand? Okay, cool. So look, I'm with them. I'm with my auntie's boyfriend, and I'm with my uncle. We went to Kroger. I can't remember fully, but I'm gonna just say I don't think they had what we had, because I don't remember us having bags. So, mind y'all, I'm like 11 or 12 years old at this time. So, we went to the store that was close to Kroger, and we got some snacks. Well, I got some snacks. I don't remember if they had snacks, but I was eating something. So, we all just chilling. We sitting outside, we chilling, right? It's dark outside. A white lady pulled up, her and her husband pulled up. It's a red light. We all right here. They pulled up right here. She looked at me. Mind you, they windows up. Just her. She looked at me. She like, she's sitting there. She looked at me. She mouthed. She didn't say it. She just said, she was like, saying, "Are you okay?" But I wasn't stupid. I knew what she was saying. So, boom. I go, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Then she rolled the window down. She's like, "Are you okay? You know these people?" So I'm like, yeah, that's my uncle. I know these people. Then she's like, "Are you sure?" Then her husband come over. He reaching over her like this. He's like, "Are you sure? You know the people?" I'm like this, y'all. I'm like, yeah, like. I just said, yeah, I'm good. Nah, bye-bye. You loading up the lines. Green light now. Get out. She's like, "Are you kidnapped? Are you kidnapped? They just telling you to say this stuff?" I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Then we all started laughing. Cause what are y'all doing? we like, yeah, like, I'm good. Like, you know. And she like this. She like, oh, she rolled the window up. She like, okay. What? I'm sitting here happy eating my snacks. And you asking me, am I okay? Do I look okay?
And I did used to lie to my mama like my girlfriend was my friend. But I got caught. So me and the girl I was talking to at the time decided, oh, we was gonna spend Christmas break together, do all this other stuff, extra stuff, freaky nasty stuff, just being nasty. Like, we was plotting the nasty stuff we was gonna do before we had even linked. Like, mind you, we had linked before, but we had plans to do some real nasty stuff when she was spending the night at my house. Just being grown and fast in the butt. So the week finally comes or whatever, everybody get out for Christmas break or whatever. I tell mama like, oh, can my friend, my homegirl come over for the break or whatever, like a few days after break. Mama say yes. Mama not used to me having friends. So she say yeah, whatever. Cool. Biggest mistake ever. And then I really blame the girl. Why she walked through my mama door looking like a boy? I just told my mama you was my friend and you, bitch, you the reason. The girl walked through the door. My mama look at me, I look at my mama. I'm surprised it's you. I ain't think she was coming in like that. So we both shocked, like, I don't know. Then we was really dumb. Like, we just made it so obvious. We didn't come out of my room the whole time she was there. Not at all. Like, if you the homegirl, why we only in my room? You, like, why is it the door closed, everything? Just it was so obvious. We ended up asking mom, can she stay extra night? Mama said, yeah. The night mama agreed to that, whatever, she left the house, baby. We tore that house up. Every which way but loose, I swear. Nasty, bumping coochie, licking coochie, everything. She eating my coochie. I'm eating her coochie. She tongue me down, I'm tongue her down. Like, it's just nasty stuff. But it wasn't until the next day, we decided to be freaky in the morning. My mama walked in and the girl was sucking on my titty. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mama didn't say nothing, but I saw the pause there. I saw that she saw it. I was caught. So funny. An argument years later, mama brought it up, and I really never knew that she had saw. And I knew deep down inside, my mama had knew that girl wasn't my girlfriend, because the day that the girl was gonna leave or whatever, mama ended up saying, oh, she ended up calling me out the room, was like, oh, I hope you don't think that I don't know that you and that girl not in there disrespecting my house, all this other stuff, and doing that stuff. That's your girlfriend. That's your little girlfriend, whatever. I'm like, it was that obvious. And mind y'all, Christmas was coming up. Y'all, mama didn't get none of the stuff I asked for. But that was my fault, though. I can't even blame her. Because what was I doing? Why was I in there with that girl? What was going through my mind? Like, see, I've been fast. And that was like my first 7th grade year. But I done calm down now, y'all. I'm in love. I don't do all that. No. And to this day, I would never mess with a girl again. I had messed with girls after her. I won't mess with girls because all they do is cheat, manipulate, lie, and always stuck on their ex. Sorry. And coochie tastes like pennies. It's not for me. Sorry.
Story time when I got caught doing it in the bathroom while I was at work. So I look at my phone and I got a text from him and he like, go to the bathroom. So I look at my phone and I see it and I read it and I look up at him because he's right across from me. And I'm looking at him like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm not yeah, this is not that, that is not this, and I can't really afford to get fired. So I text him back and I'm like, bro, no, you've been at this job for like 2 years. I'm pretty sure you don't want to risk your job for a little, you know, a little some. So he kept asking for like 2 hours while we was at our shift. So he like, all right, when you go on break, I'm gonna ask the manager if I could go to the bathroom. So I was like, all right. Like an hour later, the manager told me to go on break. So I order food like usual, and 5 minutes later I go to the bathroom. While I'm in the bathroom, I text him like, come on, hurry up, because it was close to around the time where, you know, people come for lunch and people be coming after school and all the other stuff. So it's about to come to the part of the day where it's packed. So he finally gets to the bathroom and we start doing it in the bathroom, right? But before I finish the story, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, he still has the headset on from when you get orders through the drive-thru. Not only does he have it on his head, but he also has the mic on. Mind y'all, I ain't even know. I wasn't really worried about that because I was on break, but then I guess he got loud. They heard through the mic.
If you talk about how to look in any way, shape, or form, I'm coming for your family. But I just want to give y'all this story time on how I accidentally did something with this girl on her period. I didn't know she was on her period, but I just want to get out this story time because I'm bored. Why not? So basically, this was a while ago. This is around the time I had first moved to Georgia. Mind you, I've been in Georgia for almost 5 years now. So this is around the time I had first moved to Georgia. So it was almost 4 years ago, but not a full 5 years ago. I said almost 5 years ago, but not a full 5 years ago. There we go. Okay, cool. So for a little background, I was on this dance team, and I had met the girl on the dance team. I'ma just keep that right there. That's it. So one time, me and my family had went over to her family house. I forgot the occasion, but she was doing some type of little cookout or whatever. So she had invited us, and we had went over there. And my brother and her brother was like real close, and my brother wanted her brother to come over. So since we was already like this little on and off type of situation, so. And since we was already in each other's face, I'm like, do you want to come over? She was like, yeah, let me go ask. And I'm like, okay, cool. So cool. She ended up asking she come over. I'm downstairs waiting for her to pack her bags. I'm waiting in the car. My mom and my grandma and my brother, my sister, her brother, da-da-da. She finally come outside. We get to my house. So I'm going to start by, we was in my room. We was just sitting there. We was cooling, chilling. We was talking. And then she was like, oh, I'm thirsty. And so I go downstairs. I get 2 water bottles. I come back upstairs. I try to give her the water. She like, oh, you don't got no juice or nothing? I said, no, we don't got no juice right now. All we got is water. Like, what's wrong with water? She talking about, oh, well, I don't really like water. Y'all, this was a while ago. I was like 13, maybe 14. So I didn't really think too much of it. But, like, now that I'm thinking back on it, I'm just like, dirty bitch. Like, what the hell? So, and I remember us having a little small conversation about how water is nasty and how water got a taste and whatever. That's beside the point. So fast forward to where I had got out the shower. She had just got out the shower. We laying down, cool, shit like that. Everything cool. So we started having a little conversation. I don't know how the little, sex shit got into play, but so she ended up saying something about some head. Actually, I'm lying, cause I remember I started using my hand. I started using my hand first, and y'all know how Elmer's glue feel in your hand when it's like dry but not fully dry, but it's like it's like just imagine you put some Elmer's glue on your hand, you let it dry, then you go like this with it. Yeah. Mind y'all, I forgot to mention that she was pushing heavily towards me turning off the lights. Like, before we even started, we had a whole conversation about turning off the lights. Like, I had LED lights, so I'm like, I sleep with the LED lights on. She's like, no, turn the lights off, make sure the lights off. Right. So imagine that little feeling. That's what was on my hand as I'm, So I'm like, but nothing really crossed my mind to really stop. And yeah. So then that's when she said something about some head or whatever. So that's when I went down there, and mind y'all, I did a little kiss around, try to smell at first. I didn't really smell nothing, so I didn't really trip. But I kid y'all not, this is exactly how it went. I did the first lick. I gagged. I didn't do a loud gag, but I gagged. The second lick, thought I was tripping. Gag again. What the hell? I did one more time. Third time I'm trying on my granny daughter. Listen. I did one more lick. Gagging again. What the hell? And mind you, I was still, I'm new to this. I was really young. Like, I'm new to this. So I'm like, maybe I just don't like the taste of some shit. Like, I don't know. So I kept going, y'all. Like, but it got to the point where I just gagging, like kept gagging in the middle, and I'm just like, gang. So I get up real fast. She like, what's wrong? I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. She was like, wait. I'm like, no, bro, I gotta go to the bathroom. Mind you, like I said, the lights is off. It's dark as fuck. So I'm looking for the door. I open the door. I go to the bathroom, y'all. I turn on the lights. I look down at my hand. Gang, my hand is like a crime scene alone. I'm looking at my hand. I slowly raise my head to look at myself in the mirror, to look at my face. It was blood. It was blood on my face. Y'all, I was in the mirror tearing the fuck up. I'm like, no, never. I brushed my teeth like 5 times, washed my hands with all types of different soap. Like, when I tell you I was in the bathroom going to fuck through it. So I went back in my room, right? I turned on the light. I sit there and I'm like, you on your period? She was like, no, I'm not supposed to be in my period. I don't think I'm on my period. You lying to me. But you tell me the truth. So I'm like, bro, are you on your period? Just tell me if you're on your period. She's like, no, I'm not on my period. I don't think I'm on my period. No. So I'm just like, so why is it blood on my hand and my fingers? She gonna sit there and stare at me. I don't know. You don't know. So listen, y'all, this is what I did. I went to her book bag. I opened her book bag. I don't know what told me to open her book bag, but I opened her book bag. Pads. Right at the top of the book bag. I looked at her. So you didn't know you was on your period? Like, what is we talking about? So then I was like, okay, well, you gotta sleep downstairs. So sorry, but you gotta sleep downstairs. So she ended up getting mad at me, but she ended up sleeping downstairs. The next day, some of our friends came over. Like, it was a group, because I told y'all we was on a dance team. So more of the girls on the dance team came over the next day, and I'm telling them what happened. Like, I'm telling them what the fuck happened. And I got to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just cut shit off for her. Like, that on and off shit, that shit over with, this shit off. Ain't no more coming back on. Y'all, I tried to cut it off for her. Why she try to fight me? How you mad at me because you on your... But whatever. But yeah.
Story time on when I got kidnapped as a child. I'm from a very small town in Georgia called Augusta. So y'all know how that go. Everybody know everybody. So one day, me, my mom, and my sister were leaving my cousin's birthday party. He's a little bit older than me. And yes, I do remember some of this stuff. At first, I did not know if I was just remembering it or remembering what other people were saying about it until I went to therapy, because your girl is scarred. No, it's not funny. But until I went to therapy and the lady was like, yep, it is definitely valid that kids start remembering things at the age of 3. So be careful what you say and do around your kids. So anyways, we're leaving the birthday party and my mom stops at the gas station to get gas. Y'all, do not get gas late at night. My mom went to the gas station and she got out and parked her car in the front. Like, you know how like you could park in the front and you could still see your car? And she left me and my older sister in the car. My older sister is a lot older than me. She was in I'm saying this because this is valuable details. I don't think she was in a car seat. I might have to call my mama, but I don't think she was in a car seat, but I was at the time. Yes, my mama did leave us in the car. Not too much on my mama. Because y'all was staying home at this age by y'allself and y'all mama was saying don't open the door for nobody. So, not too much. My mama went right in for whatever she was getting and she left us. As my mama goes in the store, some men pull up in a white van. So, that's why I call white vans kidnap vans. And my mom had a car that everyone pretty much wanted at the time, I guess. It was a green Cadillac with rims. I guess everybody wanted that back in the day. So he really wanted the car. He came up and was looking at the car. My mom, of course, runs out the store when she sees him come up to the car. So when my mom come out, he holds her at point. I can't say the word because TikTok might take the video down. And of course, my mom is being a mom, like, I just want my kids. You can have the car. This. He not trying to hear all of that. He gets in the car and pulls off. By the way, this full story time is on my YouTube channel. I'm just going to tell it on here because I be saying little stuff about the situation. And people be like, what? You got kidnapped? So now I'm retelling the story again for TikTok. So he pulls off and my sister is older at this point. And like I said, she's not in a car seat. So she's talking her junk, like, saying, you know, you got my mama car, this. I'm younger in the car seat. And my sister starts fighting back. And my sister, she been a fighter, like, everything. My mom had to call the police on her and everything. Y'all want story time on that? I think she took something that was in my mama's back seat and, like, knocked him upside the head with it. So he was like, I ain't got time for that.
threw her out the car. It's cars coming in the street and everything. Threw her out in the middle of the street. My sister was safe, thank God. I think my mama ran and came and got her, y'all. I'm really starting to forget some of the stuff, and I think it's because I might got a little PTSD. Because I used to remember this story like word for word, but because I've been trying not to remember it, I don't remember everything. So he puts her out in the car, and I think my mama comes running, of course, to get her, and like the ambulance come check her out and all that. And he takes off in the car with me. All right, I'm about to do part 2 so I can keep on explaining the story.
Story time on how I got caught having PS. If you don't know what that is, you're just too young. This is a real simple and short story because I didn't really get caught, but I did. So cool. This was a part of my routine. I was probably like in 7th grade. I would do this all the freaking time. I was fast. If you're new here, just know when I was younger, I was really fast and furious. Okay, cool, we get it. So I don't even remember where I was at. Oh yeah, so this was a part of my routine. Like, it was really nothing. And the way my room was set up, I never had got caught. And it's like I could hear so I thought I could hear the door open all the time because my room was the only room upstairs. It was the door, and then you had to walk upstairs just to get to my room. So it's like I could hear all that. And then it was wooden I'm talking too fast. It was wooden stairs, so I could hear you walking up the stairs. So I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm good. Boom, I get into my routine, set the phone up. This is gonna be TMI. If you don't like TMI, scroll. But like, say y'all are the FaceTime person. The door would be right there. This is not the same house, but the door would probably be like right there. Y'all are the FaceTime person. Me, I'm face down. And I'm facing that way, right? Like, I'm facing the wall. So like, if someone was to come in, I wouldn't see them come in unless I hear them come in. But let's just say that I was in this position, and luckily I had just slid, some fingers out. So it didn't look too bad. But when she walked in, she was just like, what the? Like, and I was like, oh, no. Immediately hung up. She never seen me hang up. She never seen that I was on the phone. I came up with this good excuse. I don't even remember what I said. I came up with this good excuse. How, like, blah, blah, blah. I was doing this yoga exercise, and it's because of my stomach, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't even remember what the hell I said. I just remember it was believable, right? And it was awkward. It was I'm still embarrassed to this day, but at least she probably didn't know I was doing that. But I don't know if it ain't no confirmation for me, so we good. Story time on how I was being fast and I end up stinking up the whole room. So boom, I had just graduated high school and I'm in the streets. And if you know, you know. I graduated in Florida and then I came back to Michigan. So I did graduate like a year and a half early. So I graduated when I was like 16. So I had just hit the city and I'm trying to see what's to everybody. And I had just got my license and my daddy did not care about me using his car. So I used to take his shit every day, literally, religiously, every day. Every day he would let me drop him off at work at 3 o'clock and then pick him back up at 10. And he had an infinity truck. So I'm riding nice as hell to be 16. So this was one of the dudes I had met like when I was a little bit younger, when I was like 14. And you know how like you start liking somebody over the phone because y'all can't see each other, like kiss me through the phone shit. It was like that. So by this point, I'm like half-ass in love with this boy, but we don't talk that much. So he told me to pull up on him. Mind you, I stayed deep east and he stayed deep west. So I already had to make a little trip. So I go over there and he was in the system at the time. So it was just a whole bunch of younger niggas living in the house. So I get over there and we just chilling. And I'm thinking that we just about to chill and get to know each other. Because by this point, like, it's our first link. So I'm not expecting much. Like, can we go on a date first? No, he ain't want none of that. He wanted this cooch. So he like, he hit me with the, what you want to do? Just finessing, just going. So I'm like, it's whatever. I ain't do no smell check, though. Y'all, even if I did do a smell check, I didn't know what BV was. So he's like, you know what, it's nothing I can't handle. So he pulled that thing out. When I said that thing was huge, bro. And I ain't never seen no mixed boy with no thing like this. Like, his shit had girth and length. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going. So I started on my back. We in missionary, everything good.
We get the back shots, and I just got my hand in the pillow because he really beating my shit down when I said this man going to work. But he ain't said nothing, so I turn around like, you good? And as I put my head up, y'all, when I say that shit smacked me in my nose so motherfucking hard, I ain't never smelled no shit like that in my life. I haven't had no BV since then. That was that bad. I'm like, damn, what the fuck was I doing? I only had like 3 bodies. So I don't know. Maybe I just got off my period or something. He wasn't saying nothing, y'all. He steady just pounding my shit. So I'm like, you smell that? This man gonna say, yeah, but it's straight. It's straight. Nigga, this is my cooch. And I smell this shit. And it is not okay. Like, what? So, and then, y'all, I'm queefing oil in this man's face. My pussy just beatboxing and shit. And I know that funk air is hitting that nose so crazy. So I'm just like, I can't do this, y'all. And I left. I ain't gonna lie, I left. And don't do me. But 2 weeks later, after I had told my sister about it, and she bought me like some pills, the boric acid. And I told him I wanted to do it again. And he was like, nah, I'm good. And now I'm blocked. I'm blocked, y'all. So I'm thinking I'm never gonna talk to this man again. But he ended up eating me up like 2 weeks after that and tried to fuck me. And I just wasn't going. Because, like, why would you fuck somebody with some stinky coochie? But, yeah, that's what happened. Like, and it's been, like, 4 years since that happened. And if you ever see this, I need you to run that back, baby.
Let me the fuck out! Let me the fuck out! Look, let me the fuck out! Stop! Stop! I'm gonna kill myself.
Story time. Who the fuck did I go on a date with? Okay, so a quick backstory on it is I met the nigga at Roofcrest. The guy, I'm gonna try not to say a lot of N-words and stuff, give y'all just a quick backstory. So I met the guy at Roofcrest. I was with my homegirls. He was with his homeboy, and one of his homeboys know my homegirls. So we all went to Massage after to get some hookah, end up giving him my number, whatever. Cool. We went on one date prior to this incident, and it was cool, but he had some behaviors that threw me off. Like, I don't know if y'all ever met a nigga that talk his shit too much. Like, he don't know who he talking to, he trying to impress somebody or something, but that's what he was giving me. And it just was weird, like, just unnecessarily so. Like, it gave you're very insecure and you feel the need to try to, like, pop it or something. But he was, like, really nice to me at the same time. Like, a lot of compliments, whatever the case. So I didn't pay too much mind. I have really bad allergies, so I keep sniffling, but I'm going to try to get through this as fast as possible. The story ends with me in DC outside for like an hour trying to get an Uber to get me back home to Baltimore. So I might actually be sick now. It's making my sniffling worse. To add in, he talks about people, and that also threw me off. Like, to make himself seem better, like he'll pick a random person, just say something smart or... Okay, so fast forward to yesterday, which was our second date but third meeting because I met him in person. The first red flag was I hated the fit. The fit was terrible. Bear with me and keep in mind that my tone is going to be off in this and it's going to seem like I'm getting smart or I might be the problem, but from the beginning of the video, you know, a traumatic incident does ensue after this, and this is fresh. It just happened. So nigga had on an all red sweatsuit with a red hat. He told me he'll be to my house in 40 minutes. It takes 2 hours. Don't make a big deal about it. He calls me when he's downstairs, but getting smart, saying, why you not down here? Why would I be downstairs? Because I told you 15 minutes. You told me a lot of times, but why are you getting smart? I'll grab my purse and I'll be down when I'm ready. I don't really play all that talking to me crazy. I don't get down like that, no. I'm getting on my own nerves, keep sniffling, just bear with me. So I get in the car. He's being regular, like he's being nice to me, whatever, being sweet. He asks me where Elo is. I give him directions. He tells me he wants a sweatsuit. He asks me if I want to get a matching sweatsuit with him. I laugh and say, okay, we can be cute and corny. He didn't like that I called it corny. But it's not really my thing, but the gesture was cute. So while we're headed to LO, I called my best friend because yesterday was also my best friend's birthday. I called him because he sent a picture in a group message with his birthday fit on. I'm like, oh, Bash, you look good. You got that shit on, you know, hyping him up. He like, oh, thank you. You look pretty too. Where you going? I tell him I'm going to D.C. I'm going on a date. And he like, oh, you with your peoples? My best friend don't know who I'm with. Thank God he ain't say a name. You with your peoples? I'm like, yeah. So he asked us, what do we have on? Because in DC, if you don't have on certain things, then you can't get in. I'm like, oh, well, he just got on a sweatsuit. And then he mugged me when I say that, like as if he don't have on a sweatsuit, but he mugs me. And then me and my best friend get off the phone shortly thereafter, and he goes into a store, unrelated. He goes into a store and he come back out. He like, yeah, you all like I got on a sweatsuit. This is a Versace sweatsuit. This is a $1,500 sweatsuit. I got that shit on. You look a $1,500 mess. And nonetheless, it's a sweatsuit. And so then he asked me what my best friend has on, and this is like me really confirming how insecure he is. He like, yeah, you say he had that shit on, what he had on. So I do give him a rundown of what my best friend has on. And he's the type who likes to be the richest sort of lettuce that anybody knows. So he didn't really like that. It kind of hit his ego. So on the way to DC, I asked him, is it a steakhouse in the area that we're going to? Like, I'm not too familiar with nothing in DC or in the DMV area. And he said, yeah, it is. I'm like, okay, you know, because I want some real actual food. So when we get to DC, his homeboy meets us and we go to the Pendry, but it's like similar to the Bygone, except it don't have real food. Like, they have little small things, but I don't make it a big deal. And we had met a girl on the elevator, so his homeboy that met us was talking to the girl, and she was cool. Both our names was Leah. We was chit-chatting. So to skip to the important parts, the homeboy and the girl we met were talking to each other, and he stops them to ask them about the matching sweatsuits. He say, do y'all think it's corny for people to have matching sweatsuits, without telling them that he wanted to get us them? And they both say yeah, and he wasn't expecting that because he's the type where he think what he think is law, and if I think differently, then I'm wrong. Excuse me. And I could tell that made him uncomfortable, that they felt that way. And he said, not to say it like that, but you know, me and my ex used to wear matching stuff, and it would be cute. And I'm like, okay, like that don't really have anything to do with me, but okay. And he says to the homeboy, like, didn't we used to do that? And the homeboy is like, yeah, we yeah, y'all used to make that y'all thing, so that was cool, but like generally speaking, no. But I could tell it was making him uncomfortable, that like he felt like everybody ganged up on him type shit. So I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I told you, like, we could get him, we'll make it cute, da-da-da, whatever, like, just trying to keep the peace, but he did not like that. And then he asked me the randomest question I've ever heard. He says, do I think that I could be molded, like, by a partner? And I'm like, no, I'm the woman that I want to be, and I'm not being molded into anything. And then the two other people are talking to each other, so they didn't hear that. So then he asked the girl next to me if she can, and she's like, no, I'm like, I am who I am. And he asks his homeboy, and his homeboy says, I mean, yeah, you'll make little changes for who you're with, blah, blah. And he like, right. I'm like, but that's not molding a person. That's making slight changes or improvements because you like somebody. But he was like insinuating that he wants to mold me. He's older by like 10 years. But then he like, well, molded doesn't mean trying to mold you into something different or form you into something. I'm like, words have meaning. We can look up the definition. That is what that means. And then so he ends up saying like, oh yeah, you're right, and tries to high five me. But the conversation threw me off, so I don't high five him. And now he has the attitude talking about I'm really carrying him, or I'm trying him, or whatever his terminology was. I'm trying to just give the important part. So then also, our service was terrible. But one bartender who was off ended up coming back so she could serve us. So our shots of 42, she made them all doubles, if not triples. And I used to bartend. So she made the shots really big. She gave us extra fried rice and like a couple free margaritas. So when the bill came, the guy that I was with was Apple paying the other guy because he didn't have cash and they wanted to pay in cash. So but the bartender had gave us all her number because she was saying she gets discounts on the spa, and she wanted to give it to us because our service was so terrible. So I ended up telling the guy that I was with, we gonna call him Royce. So I ended up telling Ross you could just Apple Pay her directly, just trying to make sure that she's looked out for, because she did what she was supposed to do. Then he like, you worried about the wrong shit, this and that. And I'm like, I don't know, he just was doing too much. So I ended up asking the bartender if we were at a table, but the bartender was coming over to us. So I asked her if I could see the bill because they didn't look at how many things she didn't ring up, so they wouldn't know what tip is appropriate. So he like, why is you trying to see the bill? And really, if a man is paying a bill, then the women post a tip. I'm like, I don't know what you really get into, but I'm not coming out my pocket for nothing on no date. Like, I'm just not doing it. Mind you, it's a second date. I don't know you, sir. And I don't like no man trying to tell me how to be the perfect bitch. Like, if you the perfect woman, then you go be that. Leave me the fuck alone. And so now I expressed that I wanted hookah after this. I'm not even sure how it turned into like a double date kind of thing because now the first girl who we met in the elevator is gone, but somebody who the homeboy actually deals with ended up coming. So it's still kind of a double date vibe. And me and this young lady also wanted hookah, but somehow we end up at something called 12 Stories. He did mention 12 Stories to me, and he asked me if I wanted to go. I looked it up. I asked if they had hookah, and he says no. I said I would prefer to get hookah. Regardless, that's still where they ended up taking us. So we go in there. Their homegirl works there. Both of the men are from DC. She gets us a section. They don't get a bottle. They say we're not staying for a long time. So it's no drinks. It's no hookah. We just sitting there. I'm rocking back and forth to the music, making the most of it. He does keep asking me if I'm okay. He's sitting across the table. The three of us are next to each other on the bench. Eventually, he comes and sits next to me to ask, and I tell him, yeah, I'm fine, but you know, I told you I didn't want to come here. Why you didn't want to come here? I told you I wanted hookah. And that's when the switch flipped and he starts yelling. Like, maybe it's because he was drunk, but he starts yelling, like, why you? Go inside of it. Are you in? What's in it? A red and a blue door. What color is the? Is the blue door darker? Light. Light. How do you feel towards the door? Good. Go in it. Are you in? What's in it? Two. Okay. Leave the blue room. Leave it. Are you out? Dark or light on the red door? Light. It's light? What do you feel about it? Good. Go in it. Are you in? What's in it? Middle. Is it dark or light? Light. What color was it? Blue. What do you feel about it? Good. Go in. Are you in? What's in it? Black. What? What is he wearing? Black. Does he have anything? Suitcase. Get out the room. Because he's not good. Let's say hello. Leave. Is there any door where you could like leave? Look up. Why? Why?
Story time. My mama thought she had them hands and I showed her that I had them too. I'm in high school. I'm about 16 years old. I am an educated menace. I do what I need to do. I make my grades. At the time, I'm also making my own money. So can't nobody really tell me shit. You want me to have good grades. You want me out of your hair. You want me to stay out of trouble and don't be pregnant. I'm doing all of that. Okay, great. I have this music teacher, Miss Butler, hated this bitch. I'm not even gonna hold you. I hated her. One, because if there's an advanced music class, that's what I need to be in. I can already read sheet music. I've been in choir all of my life. I actually can sing, harmonize, hold a note, and I am not tone deaf by any measure of the imagination. I always go to this lady class late. I don't give a damn about her class. Whatever the classwork is, I'm finna do it in 10 minutes. Class is 50 minutes. I'm finna sit in here for 40 of those minutes and be bored. I would show up to her class late. Whatever I was doing, I was kicking it. I was doing whatever. I was strolling her class whenever I felt like it. She had a problem with that. Mind you, I have 105% in this lady's class. All the extra credit she's ever given, I've done it. I go to class. She has an attitude that I keep coming to her class late. She's like, why do you keep coming to my class late? Mind you, she had a nasty attitude. Hated her, okay? Hated her. Attitude funky, especially as it pertained to me. And it didn't help that I had a best friend who'd been playing violin since she was 3. So me and my best friend was getting on this lady nerves on a regular. Whatever. I'm going to call home. I don't give a damn. Call my mama. I will give you my cell phone and you can call her from my phone right now. So she will think that it is an emergency. So fast forward. She said she going to call my mama. I said, girl, do what you got to do. My mama not going to hear none of that. I get home. My mama get home. She like, why do I got a voicemail from your music teacher? Because she's mad. That's why. She's like, yeah, but she talking about you always be late to her class and that you have a nasty attitude. And da-da-da. I said, I don't care. I do have a nasty attitude with that lady. Her class is remedial. It is a 3rd grade music class for high school students. They're in there counting 8th notes and clapping 16th notes, talking about 1 E and Girl, I'm so far beyond that. She can sit the sheet music in front of me and I can play a recorder. When I say an intelligent menace, this is what I mean, because she would try to go back and forth with me and I would just hit her with logic that she could not refute. And she's like, I know that you're good in music. And I'm like, did she tell you that I have 105% in her class? She's like, no, she didn't tell me that, but I'm addressing the disrespect because that's what she was calling me about. We get into a whole argument about this music class that I am passing and she's mad. She's mad that I'm coming to the class late and that she doesn't like my attitude. But she also left out the part that she was talking to me slick as hell and I was talking back to her slick as hell. She left that out. So now me and my mama are arguing and I'm like, I just stood there and took it because I'm like, she just want to win this argument. I'm going to let her have it. I stood there. I ain't say nothing. I just looked her dead in her face in between her eyebrows and I just was letting her talk. Okay, cool. I respectfully asked, is this conversation over with? I would like to go in my room. But if it's not over, I'll stand here and listen to the rest of it. I was genuinely trying to be respectful. She's like, no, it's not over with. So then I just was like, okay, it's not over. And I shut up and I stood there and I let her finish talking, and to the point where I was waiting for her to say, go to your room. She never said go to your room. She walked out of the kitchen and that's how I knew that the conversation was over. I was like, okay, great. I go to my room, I close the door. Now, mind you, this argument happens in the wintertime. And you know, in old houses, if you got wooden doors, sometimes they be swelling. Okay, well, my particular room door, you had to lift it a little bit and then push it up to close it. She's like, you slamming doors in my house. She come in my room, right? She's still mad. She yelling and screaming. She in my face. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat this. This ain't shit. Then she puts her hands in my face and she muffs me. And then I had a reflex. Now, I did not mean to push her. But when she muffed me, I stuck my hands out as a reflex to get her out of my spatial bubble. You know what I'm saying? Real crash outs know about this. Real crash outs know exactly what this is. I stuck my hands out and fully extended them to get her out of my bubble, okay? I was like this. I did not fully extend to release. Now, what she didn't know is that at this time, every weekend I was out at my auntie house, I was beating up my cousin friends. I beat up all my cousin friends except 2. One of them that I did not beat up, I ended up dating. Also never beat him up during our relationship. But the rest of my cousin friends beat they asses. I'm talking up out of they do-rags and the blood up out their mouths. I was getting busy. She had no clue about this. She stumbles back. She reaches and grabs this small little travel suitcase that I had that I used to put my clothes in when I used to go to my auntie house and ride the metro all the way to Park Forest. She stumbles back. She grabs this suitcase off of the bed and she tries to hit me with the bottom part that has the little things for the handle to slide up and down. There's like these 2 little iron posts. And when I saw that she reached back to pick up something to hit me with, I said, oh no, you got me fucked up. Scoop, dropped her ass. And I was at the point of, and then I was like, Keela, that's your mama. And then the asshole in me was like, you look dumb. don't ever put your hands on me again. She tries to get up. She's crying. I go over and tip her over with my foot. Like, I literally bent down to her level and was like, I want you to understand that you're going to keep your hands to yourself. Was not going for that shit. She was like, pack your shit and get the fuck out of my house. And I was like, you for real? She was like, yes. And I was like, yes, finally. I was literally so excited. It was the Uno reverse that she was not expecting. And then she was just like, what is happening, right? She was having that whole moment. I swear to God, I ran in, because we had a 3-bedroom apartment. I ran in the other room, grabbed a real suitcase out of that room, come in my room, I just started throwing shit in the suitcase. I'm packing that bitch up. Man, I make 2 phone calls. Hey, can I come over your house? Yeah. Okay, bet. I'm gonna bring my school clothes and stuff like that. That's cool? Yeah, come on, I don't care. Okay, bet. I make another phone call. Hey, can you come get me and drop me off at my grandma's house? Yep. Okay, bet. How long before you be here? Maybe like 15 minutes. Okay, cool. Thank you. And after that, she went and talked to my auntie and was like, oh, yeah, you ain't know your daughter was a scrapper? She like, what you mean? She like, every time she come out here, she be fucking these kids up at my house. So my auntie had a conversation and my auntie told my mama that my knuckles is official. Yeah.
Oh, y'all, do I have a fucking story for you? I am so heated right now. Like, I am literally so heated. This happened hours ago and I am literally still riding over it. Like, my blood is boiling to the brim of the fucking pot. Get ready with me for bed while I tell you what the hell happened to me at work today, bro. So, as some of you know from my previous videos of me, like, whatever, talking about it, I'm a waitress. I am 17 years old. I'm a 17-year-old waitress. Like, whatever, I'm not perfect, okay, but I do my best. And mind you, I literally started waitressing not even 3 weeks ago. Like, this job is so new to me. Like, I just had not experienced anything like this before, and I've just never experienced people be so rude and so ignorant, like, in my life. Like, I really have, but, like, just not in this environment, you know what I mean? Like, I believe in, like, always just being respectful and being nice to people, especially the people that are making and feeding you your fucking food. Ignore this big gargantuous red spot on my forehead. I just tried to pop a bullseye pimple in the center of my eyebrows. Okay, so I start my shift at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm supposed to be working from 4 to 7. I walk in. I tell the hostess, I'm like, okay, please seat me. Like, I'm trying to make some money on tonight, right? I'm trying to make that hella money. So whatever, she seats me within the next, like, 5 minutes. This is my first table of the night. Your first table always sets up how you feel the rest of the night. If it's a nice table, you have a good night. If it's a mean table, you just feel like shit the entire time. And of course, I had to get this bitchy table. And for everyone who's been asking, I'm going to be listing my skincare products. This is the face wash that I use. You can get it at Target. It's amazing. I love it so much. I usually use it with the exfoliator as well. All of my skincare comes from the same exact brand. I never really venture outside of the brand because I have very sensitive skin. I'm very prone to breakouts. And so I like to keep all of it within the same brand just so that I know that all the ingredients are going to go together and they're not going to, like, have a reaction to each other and mess up my skin. Okay, I just washed my face and I'm going to be using the Versed Instant Resurfacing Mask. I use this about 2 times a week for a couple minutes and it's great. Okay, so mind you, as I said, this is my first table of the night. I walk over, I do my thing. Hi, how are you? What can I get you to drink? Literally, I don't even finish my sentence! And she's just immediately starts, like, listing off her drinks and, like, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm writing them down. They wanted 2 Coca-Colas, and she literally came up with this drink that is not on the menu. I've literally never heard of it in my life. She was like, I want an unsweet tea with peach syrup. And I'm thinking to myself, I have never heard anybody order that. Maybe it's a new drink or something. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, I can do that for you. Whatever. So I go back there and I ask my coworker, I'm like, what is an unsweet tea? Do we have peach syrup, or is this lady just fucking crazy and making shit up in her head? And he's like, yeah, I have no clue what that is. Just put peach tea in the iced unsweet tea and call it a day. And so that's exactly what I did. So whatever, I bring their drinks out to them, I bring them bread, I bring them whatnot, like, I do all the things. I'm like, okay, what can I get you guys? The one lady is like, I want a cheeseburger with fries. And I'm like, okay, what kind of cheeseburger? Like, look at the menu and tell me what you want off the menu. You can't just tell me that you want a cheeseburger and fries. Go to McDonald's if you want a cheeseburger and fries. You're at a restaurant, order off the fucking menu. So I'm like, okay, and I just put her down for the barrel burger. I'm like, all right, barrel burger, whatever. And then the other lady, she orders a shrimp and salmon or some shit, or just salmon some shit. Smoky southern salmon shit. So I put that down, whatever. Her husband orders a steak strip with shrimp, whatever. So I go back, I put their order in, I'm running around, my entire section is full, okay? Literally 5 minutes. 5 minutos after I walk away from their table, my coworker Tommy comes up to me and he's like, hey, your table's asking for you. I'm like, what the fuck could they possibly want? It's been like 8 minutes since I last was at that table. Turns out these walking watermelon looking hoes guzzled down their drinks that I gave them in less than 5 minutes. And they're like, can we please get some refills? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm sorry about that. I take their drinks. I'm like, I knew right then and there that this was going to be a fucking problem. I knew I was going to end up pissed off by the end of this seating. So whatever. I refill their drinks. I take them back. I'm running around. I'm taking orders. I'm doing all this shit. I'm waiting for their food. About 20 minutes go by and their food has not come out yet. And I whatever. I'm back in the back in the kitchen, like, doing my thing, trying to, like, get everything together. Oh, actually, I had just taken their food to their table. It was, like, maybe 20 minutes. I had just taken their food to their table. My manager comes up to me, and he's like, hey, the lady from your table is looking for you. I'm like, what the fuck could she possibly want now? So I walk over to her, I'm like, hey, ma'am, like, is there a problem? And she's like, I'm just wondering the reason why I've been sitting here for 45 minutes waiting for my food when your restaurant is basically empty. Mind you, my section is full. I literally am tending to 5 fucking tables. I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I just brought your food to your table. Like, I'm sorry about the wait. Like, is there anything I can do? She's like, no, I'm just wondering. I would need an explanation. Oh, and another thing. It wasn't even like I had told her. Okay, rewind. So I go up to her, I'm like, ma'am, what's the problem? She's like, I'm just wanting an explanation why my food has been on 40 fucking minutes. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I just brought it to your table. I was about to say it. She goes, you just brought it. You just brought it to the table, thank you. No words. So I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am. Is there anything I can do for you? She's like, I just want to eat my food. Just want to eat my food. I'm like, okay, go sit down and eat your food then. Walk to the table and go eat your food. So whatever. She goes back. She sits down. I walk over there. I'm like, hey, guys, is everything, like, is everything looking okay? Whatever. I bring out the girl's burger, and she's like, there's lettuce and tomato on this, and I asked for just cheese. And I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. I don't cook the food. I can take it back for you and take everything off. Like, I'm really sorry about the mix-up. And she's like, okay, thanks. And I'm like, yep, you're welcome. Like, it's literally just attitude, like, pure attitude. Like, I don't know what I did. Like, and I know, because I didn't do anything. It's literally just the way people are so entitled, the way that they act towards people that are literally serving their food. I am not your slave. I am your waitress. So I take her burger back, I take the lettuce off, I take the tomato off, I bring it out to her. There's a stick that goes through the burger, and on the top was 2 little pickles, like 2 little circle pickles on the top. And I bring it out to her, and I'm like, I'm really sorry about the mix-up. She's like, I asked for nothing on my burger. There's pickles on this. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, you can take them off. No, it's contaminated. It's contaminated. I cannot eat this. This is contaminated. Contaminated? It's pickles. Grab the pickles with the fingers that God gave you and put them on the plate. You don't have to eat the pickles. The bun's not contaminated with pickle juice. Like you'll go digging in that booty, but God forbid there's a tomato and some pickles on your damn sandwich. So I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll take your burger back and have them redo your burger. I'll have them put a new bun on it for you. I'm sorry that your burger is contaminated by pickles. So I take it back. I talk to my boss. I'm like, look, dude, I'm about to go off on this lady. You need to go talk to them right now because I am not going to be able to hold my tongue. Oh, and another thing that she did that I forgot, that I can't believe I forgot, when I took the plate back from her to go take the pickles off, I'm like, I'm sorry about that, ma'am. She goes, yeah, whatever. So she quite literally waves at me like I'm her slave, like I'm a dog. Like, okay, yeah, whatever. Am I in an alternate universe where people are just allowed to treat others like this? So I go back and I tell my boss, I'm like, I'm seriously serious right now. You need to go tell those big Oompa Loompa ass hoes that I am not serving them anymore, that they can eat their fucking food and get the hell out of this restaurant because I will not be giving them any more service. He ends up, telling them that and giving them the meal for free so that they literally just sit down and shut the hell up. And, like, that literally wasn't even it. I went over to the table again, and I was like, hey, I'm really sorry for all the mix-ups. Like, I thank you guys for being patient, like, whatever. And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I just walked away at that point because what can you even do? At the end of the day, people are so ignorant, so entitled, so self-centered, and I have to experience that shit every single day at work. Please tip your waitresses. Please be nice to your waitresses. Please be respectful. We literally run the entire restaurants. Please and thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a great night.
Do you just ever look at your ex and wonder how you ever dated them? Well, that's what's happening with me. And, it really does suck. It's embarrassing that I ever dated them in my life. I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm genuinely embarrassed because I was, like, looking at him today. And I was just thinking, like, he is so corny. And he was so weird. Not really any of my friends know why I broke up with him in the first place. Yeah, one of them was because he was really ugly, but there were other reasons. Well, no, I don't get insecure easily though. So if I ask you to stop talking to a girl, yeah, you really should, because it takes a lot for me to get to that point. He promised me that he wouldn't talk to her anymore. He never stopped, so it really got to a point. He never stopped talking to her. He would literally talk to her almost every day. I was starting to get pissed off. So I talked to him again, and mind you, I was on my period. So that just made it 10 times worse. So I asked him nicely again. He was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's just hard. Because it's just really hard because we sit next to each other. Say that again. Say it again. The only time they would sit next to each other is lunch. And why do I see you talking to her in science across the fucking classroom? And no, I'm not mad at the girl because it was him instigating it instead of the girl, so it was his fault. But I was like, you know what? I don't care. Another month passed by, and I saw him, which, again, I was on my period the next month. So I look, and he's talking to the same fucking girl. Mind you, he told me twice that he was going to not talk to her, right? It doesn't matter if I'm on my period or not. He told me he was going to stop talking to her. So why are you fucking talking to her? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to talk to him about it again. He can go fucking talk to her. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I decided to talk to my homeboy. Because if you want to talk to every girl you want, I'm going to talk to any boy I want. So fuck you, stupid. So I was talking to my homeboy, and he moved tables. My ex, he moved tables, and I was like, why'd he move tables? Like, I was genuinely wondering why he moved tables. I was talking to him. I wasn't leaving him out, unlike him. And I asked my homeboy if he could go over there, like, get him back at our table. My ex got really mad, so I was like, what is going on? Mind you, I rarely talked to any guy when I was dating him. But he would always talk to girls. I mean, he talked to both of his exes, and he talked to my girl best friend. So I don't know why the fuck it's a problem when I talk to my homeboy once every couple of days. I don't get it. I really don't. So I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. And so I broke up with him like a couple weeks later. I lost feelings like a month ago. No, 2 months ago now. Because I lost feelings in December, like early December. I don't know why the fuck I got him that hoodie. I regret everything that I bought for him. And he was like, boo-hoo, nigga. Well, I'm literally the reason why you have a good hoodie. Like, you literally wear outfit. Like, you literally repeat outfits like 3 times a week. Like, I'm one of the reasons why you have another outfit to wear. So I don't want to fucking hear it. You stupid piece of shit. He was like, oh, do you like anybody else? Well, that is none of your fucking business. Like, I broke up with you for a reason, and you're gonna ask me personal questions. Like, get the fuck out of my life. After that, he had the audacity to talk to me. I even sent him a message, like, a week ago to stop talking to me. Because, you know what? No. Don't fucking talk to me. He blocked me on everything for no reason. He deadass did that. And he asked my friend, did she say that she ever regretted dating me? That was a fucking month ago that we broke up now. And you're still asking questions? Like, we're done. So stop asking questions. Like, I know I'm the GOAT, but, like, you gotta chill. Pipe down, bro. So I told him to stop fucking talking to me. But guess what? He still talked to me the next day. He still talked to me the next day. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but after that whole paragraph that I sent about stop fucking talking to me, stop fucking texting me, block me on everything. Like, he can keep me blocked. I don't give a fuck. And he had the audacity to talk to me again the next day? This is why I lost feelings for you like 2 months ago. I don't want to fucking hear you ugly fat man titty piece of shit.